Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Midnight Mondays. We took a week off last week. We had some stuff come up, ran some reruns, but we are back again tonight with the conclusion for Generation Midnight. I'm the director, Comrade Papa Bear, or Gavin. Hello to everybody out there. And I'm gonna. We are missing one of our players this evening. They offer their apologies, but they had another event that they had to book previously. But we're going to still wrap it up here tonight and give their character a nice fun send-off at the beginning of the game. But I would like to start introductions I actually need to see the directions of this on Twitch so that I can say it correctly. Everything has crashed. Anyway, Brandon Mazewalker, please give your introduction.
Hey everybody, it's me, Cheese Cat, here on Twitch, Cheese Cat over on Insta, and just Cat Maze, Cheese Cat over on that little bird thing. And tonight, for our community aid, we are going to continue to help Papa Sean. So he's still getting back on his feet, and every couple of cents helps.
And next up, we will have Otto.
Hi, I'm Logan, and that's good to see you.
All we're getting.
Yeah,
I got nothing. Yep, that's it. I'm Logan everywhere.
And Boom Boom.
Hello, I'm Xavier Hurst on Twitter and Instagram. On Discord, Hatsumomo Kudagawa, Boise by night.
Oh, and that is, and thank you, everybody. And we're going to go ahead and roll into this pretty quickly here. I'm not sure how long this is going to take, everybody, but as a quick recap, or to, I guess, start off here, the content warnings for this event are going to be dead bodies, probably some claustrophobia. You know, you're in space after all. And being, yeah, I mean, those kind of, that's pretty much the big things there. We are also going to be, oh, and as a recap from what happened last week, that's where I needed to be. Sorry, I lost my place. These crew members, the players here playing, all woke up out of cryostasis alone on a ship. They are part of a crew rotation for a generation ship that's meant to seed another galaxy with human beings. It is a hundreds of years mission, and there are 10 separate crews that rotate through this process and they're woken up for like roughly 10-year shifts. They're going to make it to the end, most likely. They'll be much older when they do get there, however. The payoff is that they got to bring their families and whatnot. But that's the setting for the characters here, and they woke up to find that no one was there to greet them. They had to go through the initial, process by themselves, and then they discovered a dead body, which woke up and eventually asked them why it wasn't joining them in a confused manner until it attacked them with its brain stare, and they are now in the infirmary area where they have discovered 4 more dead bodies. Not sure what's going to go on with those, and I think that's where we're going to pick up. The other character who was here, which was, what was his name? I think I had it written down. Henry, thank you. Henry is the one that had opened up the little triage area that we had set up. And just as a recap of this area, you've walked into, there's a kind of a intake area, and there's a little doorway into a triage. There's a door to the left. Both the triage and the door to the left lead into the larger infirmary. There's and then there's a imaging room and operating room that are off to one end. which are closed off from the main infirmary there. The infirmary is not super big, but it's also where they store all the medical supplies and things of that nature. Everybody goes through like their different checkups. But as Henry closes the door after doing all this whispering and getting everybody like together, the door opens once more. And out walk 4 other crew members from, many years ago that have walked out. They all still look the same as Yost did before. They all kind of walk out, but they stand and look at each other puzzled. Their eyes are still kind of glazed over with the darkness in the iris that you saw from before. But they look at each other puzzled and go like, "Why did you come back?"
Is there any way I can check their mental state?
You can make kind of a psychology roll if you would like.
Okay.
If you'd like to take a moment to kind of talk back and forth with them as a group.
Hello? What are your names?
Each of them like stops and actually like looks for a moment. Those don't matter anymore.
I don't need a psychology check anymore. I mean, that's...
Ray is looking for something he could use as a shield.
Yeah, they say there's no need for names where you have been joined, right?
Yep. You know what? I forgot for a second, but I'm back. No need for names. Let's continue.
So the two in like one of the ones in the back says, "I don't believe they ever left their shell," and the other in the back looks and says, "That's correct. I don't believe they have. Maybe we should rid them of their shell, and then they will join us." And we're gonna roll initiative on that one. Now here's what happens. Henry, when he hears this, he looks at you and he looks back at them. He says, "Look, I'm sorry. I can't do this." And he blinks out of existence.
Serpiente!
You clever son of a bitch.
He went back to Earth. Maybe.
Yep. Remind me, success again is...
It is a 5-up.
Sitting at a 2.
Okay. Sorry, my dice were not where they were supposed to be. Okay. Did anyone get a 4 or above?
Got a 5.
5? You got a 5? Well, I would like to let you know that Boom Boom is absolutely on his toes right now. He's going first. Anyone get
Freaking
a
over it.
3? 2? 1?
I got 1.
I got 1 or 2.
I got 2.
You got 2? Okay. So the turn order is going to be Ray and then group 1, which is the bat group. And then it's going to be Otto.
Me.
And then it's going to be Brandon. And then it's going to be group 2. So, after they say this, Ray, like you see the same kind of like the two in the back start to kind of like track, like they're gonna stare like Yost did, like they furrow their brow in the same way and do this kind of like the same sort of thing, and you are just you like you know it's gonna happen. And then but you'll be, oh wait, I need to go to you last. I did it backwards again. I'm sorry. The ones in the front are going to start heading towards the ones as closest, which I think is Ray and Brandon. And then Brandon,
Not Brandon.
Not Brandon. Where are you at?
Well.
No.
I mean, are they smart enough?
They're not targeting you so
Okay.
much as I'm just saying that I'm just trying to get at like it's you and Ray were closer to the door, and then Otto was coming back from the infirmary, so he's on the back end of things.
Yeah.
That's where we were at before. I'm just trying to clarify that we all know where we were at on this. Okay.
Though I was just speaking to them, so
You can, but you're in the same room. You could have been done.
okay.
doing that
All
from a
right. Cool.
distance. Unless you were actually going to like, get like a psych eval, which is what you were doing.
Yeah, like I was stepping up to them to try and like.
Okay. Then
So I'm probably the closest to them.
yeah, you are definitely the closest. In. That is a good point.
Which was a
All right.
mistake.
So the front two are going to go directly after you. Is where they're targeted at, and then Brandon, actually Brandon, what were you doing? And Brandon, what are you doing now?
Brandon's gonna ask for some of that paralytic agent.
Yeah, that's right. You do have the paralytic on you.
Because did you pass out the paralytic agents?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Oh, okay. Okay, I forgot.
No,
Sorry.
I mean, I would assume I did. If I didn't, when I walked up to talk to those guys,
I think you gave us like,
retroactively flower girl those to everybody.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fine.
you gave us like one apiece.
Yeah, you did give them. You did say something about it at some point. So since you did, then that's fine. I'm not worried about it.
Cool. So then, yeah, while they're distracted, I want to try to jab one of them in their neck or something with the paralytic agent.
Okay, and then Otto, what are you gonna do?
So I see her going to stab one of them with the paralytic agent, right? Like that's
you
the way
can't-
this works.
Like the way this works is you don't necessarily know what she's going to do without some form of communication, but what she does happens like after whatever you're going to do, so you can kind of prep for what she laid down and help her with it. Yes.
Oh, it
So-
happens. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because you do it in the reverse order because you know what they're doing, and then because you basically get the jump, the idea of what's happening before she does, or before Brandon does. He does.
How like are these guys like physically intimidating? Are they large people? Or
I mean, like they're not any different from you. Like one of them looks quite small. There's like a small, very small, thin-framed Asian woman. There's a bulkier, like. Almost,
you can stop right there.
Yeah.
She's getting clotheslined. I'm just running for her.
well, she's in the back.
Okay. Well,
she's not the one. She's in the back. There's one of them's kind of big, I guess. He's got like kind of a medium build. Looks like he's well toned.
I didn't. If she's whoever looks the weakest and
At
is
the front.
closest to me, that's who I. So if she's in the back, then she's out. Whoever's the weakest and is closest to me, that's who I would like to attack.
There's like probably a dude in his 50s on your right coming at you.
Yeah, that's who I'm going for. Because, yeah, that's who I'm going for. So I can get out of Brandon's way.
Cool. And next up is the two of them are gonna do their brain whammy, and then Ray, what are you doing?
Well, before all this happened, Ray was looking for a shield. Could he find one?
Something to use.
Kind of like to block their vision, like the shield.
Yeah. Okay, so I want you to make a that I get what you're saying. I want you to make a intuition plus vigilance on that. And then Brandon, I didn't even give you what you guys are supposed to be rolling. I'm sorry, Brandon. You should be rolling a grapple check. That's going to be a strength. Actually, we're going to call this coordination plus toughness. With medicine or grappling, or well, not grapple. Like if you have brawl or hand to hand, basically it would work on this.
Dang. I was hoping I could get bonus or get upgraded for biology.
Not necessarily. Well, what is this? That's a science though. Like science wouldn't have anything to do with this one. So like it needs to the aptitude needs to be in place for the specialty to work. Otto, yours is a tough strength plus toughness. You're just trying to clothesline.
Yeah.
Anything above 5 and above is a success, right? Or is it 6?
Yeah, 5 and up.
Okay. 2.
How many minutes to reroll? 2?
Seconds.
I mean, 2 seconds.
Yeah, there's 1 second to reroll, 2 to add a D8, and 6 to wipe off all of.
Okay.
Okay.
I got
Alright.
one.
Okay. Well, top of the order. I need Otto. I need you to roll coordination reaction dodge roll.
All right. It's boom boom first, right?
No, but I need you
Okay.
You're one of the people being attacked. Just give me the roll. What was yours, Brandon?
1.
1. What did you get, Ray? 2. Otto, what was your first roll?
0, and I lost a second.
Okay.
I'm not good at fighting. I don't know what to
No,
say.
you are not.
I had 3 successes on my coordination. You said coordination reaction?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 3.
I roll another one because you're getting hit twice.
Oh, okay. One on the second one.
All right. Boom Boom, you immediately find a kind of like one of those utensil type trays that's sitting like the like metal medical trays that's actually sitting off to the side, not far from where you are. You're able to kind of grab it and you like put it up next to your head to keep from being seen, or to keep from like seeing their gaze. And as you're doing that, you feel oh wait, I didn't have the people roll the mental ones. I need Otto and Boom Boom to still roll a keep together check, please. That is your resilience plus metal.
3. Nice.
You said metal, right?
Yeah, and make sure you're rolling your distress dice with these, however many you may have, depending on your minutes.
Can you recall those one more time just to make sure I'm at the right one? What?
For every 2 minutes you have a distress die.
Okay.
Okay, what was that? Did that change anything?
Oh no, sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry. All right. So, Otto, you actually feel the same thing that was coming at you before, but this time you're kind of ready for it. Like you tense up, and it just seems to like not get into your head the way that it did before, but it feels a little bit different. Boom Boom, however, this is when you notice that it doesn't matter if you're looking at them or if they meet your gaze. This is something different. Your brain is attacked. What did you get again?
4.
4? Okay. Well, this one got a 6. So, you are dazed for 2 rounds. That counts this current round. So well, no, it doesn't. 1 round is what it is. It's 1 round because it hit 4. Okay, yeah. It is 1 round. So you are dazed for 1 round. A daze basically means you are you're unable to move for 1 round, basically. So they hit you on. You've already gone, so it's your next turn. is what it is. And then all of your skill die are rolled at a d6 regardless of aptitudes for 1 round. So it doesn't matter what aptitude you have, your dice rolls are going to be just all d6s. And then as this is going on, Otto, like, you reach your arm up, coming across to like clothesline the old man, who puts his arm up and just boom, and knocks you on your ass. Almost embarrassingly so. You take 3 damage from that.
You mean almost? I'm embarrassed. What do you mean almost?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, definitely embarrassingly so.
Yeah.
As this happens, though, the other one comes down with a punch, and you're able to move out of the way, and he kind of cracks his knuckles against the bottom of the ground. It just, you hear it like break his hand.
Okay.
But he doesn't react to it as if it,
Naturally.
And then Brandon, you the one that like put his fist into the ground, you're able to get onto the back of him, and you're able to pop that thing into the back of his neck and inject him. He rolled terribly.
Hey.
So next round, Brandon, what is your next step now that you've got the injection in there? Where are you going?
Just get up and back away. See, and try to position myself in such a way that Otto can maybe pass me another syringe, or Boom Boom can pass me a syringe, so I can just keep sneaky bunny.
Uh-huh. Well, there you go. That is. So you're trying to like just. If you're trying to like stay away, you're gonna do like a stealth check. So let's do an intuition plus. Let's call it composure. To kind of like stay out of reach or stay back and out of the fight kind of situation. And then the 2 that were the 2 that went next, the one that clotheslined Otto is going to continue on Otto, and the other is going to turn towards Brandon, and we'll make a decision on that. But then Otto, what are you doing?
If so, this one punches the ground. Brandon injects him, injects it, whatever it is, and then so that one's falling, and I see another one coming at me.
There was 2 of them up front and 2 of them in the back. The one that
clothesline me is like getting on top of me.
He was already there. The one that missed was the one that got injected. So the old dude is still on you. Like you're still you're having that Bob Barker fight from Happy Gilmore right now.
Then I'm just gonna I'm gonna slide the syringe out of my pocket. If it's, I assume it would be reachable if I'm just laying on my back. Pull one of the syringes out of my pocket and get him.
All right, you're gonna have to make a grapple check. That is a strength plus.
Can I use medicine on this?
Yes, because it is a situation where you're trying to inject an unruly patient at this point.
Well, okay.
The idea that you'd know how to like wrestle somebody down and get them an injection is not far-fetched in this to me. So,
okay.
That is going to be coordination plus. We're going to call it toughness because you're on your back and you're having to do kind of like strength here. It's coordination, toughness, and then that's going to be your medicine aptitude will work there.
Okay.
The other 2 are going to try to brain whammy again, and then Ray, what are you doing?
I'm going to charge it before they do it with the tray in front of me just for extra oomph.
You can't move.
Yep, but that's okay. So,
you can throw something at them. Yeah.
Well, throw the tray. I'm going to throw the tray at them.
Okay. I want you to make a coordination plus. We're calling manipulation. That's technically social manipulation. Sorry. We'll call it composure. Coordination, composure. That's a ranged attack. If you have a ranged weapon, you can. Actually, if you have a hand-to-hand, you can use that for thrown weapons as well. And they will roll theirs. I would like Ray and Otto to also get a dodge roll going. And then,
Coordination reaction.
I'm sorry, Otto a dodge roll, Ray the metal roll, the resilience metal roll, and then Otto the
Coordination reaction
and a resilience metal roll. So you need both of those. And then Brandon, I need you to make a dodge roll.
Is coordination reaction?
Yes, coordination reaction is a dodge roll.
Look at me. I didn't even look it up.
You're learning.
I am. I'm going to be running my own show in no time.
All right. That's what I want to see. Okay. All right. So at the top of the order, Ray, what'd you get on your...
One on
on
both.
One, huh?
One on both rolls.
One on both rolls. You got it. Otto, what'd you get?
On my coordination reaction, I got 2, and on my resilience one, I got 1.
Okay. What about the attack roll?
On the attack roll, I got 4, and I spent a second.
Okay. Brandon, what'd you get?
On my dodge, I got 2. On my chilling out, waiting for a good opportunity, I got 1.
Okay. So you're okay, I got you. So the two in the back are gonna, or I'm sorry, the first one to go is Boom Boom. Your one throw actually dinks this thing in the head, like just dink, like pops like one of the younger Asian woman like right in the head and bangs off the back door, and she kind of like pops her head back for just a second, and you do actually 2 damage with that. Excellent work, sir. And like
Steve Rogers, dude, fucked him
yeah.
up.
However, your did you make the resilience plus metal check, Ray?
Yeah.
And you got 1 on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. However, this time you are good to go. That it fails to actually take hold this time. It was kind of like you're ready for it, and you're able to kind of shake off and shake through it, even though you were having a tough time before. Otto, however, you get hit with the whammies there. So you actually are dazed as well. So you're going to be unable to move. That's like move spatially. Like you can still move in your space. You can't like move distance. And you are rolling nothing but d6s on the next one. However, while this is going on, you were able to like reach up and behind this hold and like inject directly in the back of this older dude's neck as he's coming down on you. To swing, and he misses you on the punch. As he misses you on this punch, Brandon, you see the bigger guy that you had injected step forward you and make this really like almost lazy punch. He stumbles forward and he cracks his head on the bulkhead behind you as you kind of like dance away, and he's sort of like standing up, almost like he's wobbling and drunk. Well, exactly like he were wobbling if he was drunk. So,
Nice.
yes. What do you do next, Brandon?
So I take it my Dread Bane isn't gonna protect me from him. He now sees me as a threat because
You injected
jabbed
him.
him.
Yeah, at that point, you ceased being something he could ignore.
Yep. Figured as much. That's cool. So he's off kilter. I just rope punch his ass.
Okay. Cool.
I don't have any weapons. I don't have anything near me. I mean, unless there's a fire extinguisher, then I'm gonna punch him with that.
All right. Roll a coordinate. Well, no, strength plus toughness check. If you have hand to hand, that's going to be it. The other two are going to do their thing, and he's going to turn around and try to do another. He's telegraphing the shit out of it, no matter where he is, and then he's swinging his arm kind of wide at you, Brandon, while Otto, you were he's going to try to pop you in the face on the ground. Make a coordination reaction roll for that one really quick.
All right.
Both of you, please.
All sixes.
Yes, all sixes for you.
Okay.
Two. Okay. Cool. And then make your Otto. What are you doing?
Okay, so this guy, I see this guy's gonna swing at me, but I also see that Brandon is still fighting, and I know that I can't move a lot, right? Can I how many syringes do we have?
You had grabbed 4 of them.
Okay, and I gave one to Boom Boom and Brandon. I guess we're assuming.
Henry had one too, technically.
Yeah, Jumper got out of here.
Yeah. So one of them's wherever Henry went.
Wait.
You gave one to everybody.
Rudest thing that if I ever see him again. If I ever see him again. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna put him in a lead box or whatever it takes. All right. I can't move, so
you can attack. Try to hit him.
I mean, do I have any reason to believe that I wasn't successful and he's not about to just go to sleep anyway?
Well, you don't necessarily know that it works. I mean, all you've seen it used on is a guy that was already knocked out by Ray.
Okay. I'm gonna pop him in the head with my head.
All right, strength plus toughness is gonna be
not gonna be good.
Actually, we're gonna call this a resilience plus toughness because it's a headbutt, and no one wins in a headbutt. The other two.
Met my sister.
I don't know if I want to.
It sounds like I want to. It sounds like a great person to know.
Ray and Brandon, please make in your resilience plus metal checks. Oh.
Oh, buddy.
What'd you get?
Nothing.
Okay. So, and then what is your action this round, Ray?
Well, I was going to charge.
You still get to. This is in the same round. I'm just going ahead and getting the numbers down so that I can narrate out when you're done.
Okay. I'm just going to charge the one of that days, the little Asian woman.
All right. And you're gonna punch her in the face, or? Oh, you're gonna inject with the thing. So I need you to make a. That is gonna be a. We're gonna call this a strength plus. Composure, in order to kind of inject her. So strength plus composure. If you have hand to hand, it will work here.
The dice hate me. If I spend a second, what can I reroll?
For every 1 second that you spend, you may re-roll a die. Other than your distress die, you can't re-roll those unless you can spend 6 seconds and wipe them off, but it's the only way to get rid of those. So, or you can spend 2 seconds to roll an additional D8.
Yeah.
By the way, expenditures of seconds, no matter if you're limited, are always a D8. It does not. It's not part of your regular pool. These are in addition to. So if you spend 2 seconds while dazed, that will be a D8 to the pool.
One.
Hmm?
What?
1. Okay. 1 is not enough, but so you're gonna come in and kind of like grapple with her to like get start trying to inject it. But she's quicker than you were expecting to her. She kind of worms her way out of your grasp, and you feel her try to like reach into your brain at the same time. But again, it does not land. However, Brandon, how many did you get on your metal check?
That was 1.
Okay.
I believe there was a dodge at the top that was asked for. That was a 1. And my throat punch is a 2.
Okay. I didn't get your. Yeah, I just looked down and was like, I didn't actually get Brandon's stuff. All right, so you feel something kind of like crawl into your head for a moment, and just for just a second, you see nothingness, like just complete and total blankness. It's not. You know that you can see, but you still feel vision. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of this sense of being in the dark. You know that you're seeing it, and after that, you're just sort of unable to kind of shake the cobwebs off, and are dazed for a round as well. However, as this is going on, Otto, what was your attack roll?
My attack roll, I fucking distress dice, so I got 2. I had 3, but
okay.
Fucking die.
You actually bring your head up and are able to like headbutt him like right in the chin, and it kind of rocks him back for a second. And he like throws his punch down at you and completely misses almost, and then like kind of like shifts his weight as if he's like wobbling and unsteady. And at the same time, Brandon, this like the bigger one kind of steps towards you to throw another one, and he also catastrophically failed. So as he does so, he just sort of falls down and into your punch.
Yeah.
So what was and you got what, 2 on that one?
Yeah.
So you actually knock him out. Like he goes down and he's on the ground. The intoxicated keyword does not mess around. It is wow.
Good
so
to know.
Yeah. So now we are back at the bottom. Brandon, you see that Otto is still fighting another like woozy one. He's still got the syringe sticking out of the back of his neck where like Otto had like jammed it in there. And you can see he's unsteady behind you, but you're also unable to like move. You're still reeling from what you had seen before.
But I've felt, oh boy, fall to my feet, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you just can't move from this space. It's just you've got to take a second to like regain, sort of kind of like get your bell rung, you know, that kind of a.
Okay. I want a grape stomp.
Okay, you are close enough to grape stomp. Wait, are you stomping on the guy that fell down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I'm blinded. I don't know that if he's knocked out, if he's dead, if he's.
Oh, okay. So my description was just for a second, like you saw nothingness. You're not blind.
Oh.
You are dazed.
Oh, okay.
You kind of you snap out of that. Sorry, that was my.
My daze is.
Yeah, just for a second, you were looking into the void of nothingness, and and when you snap back into reality, it like threw you off, and you're yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I still want to stomp on him.
That's fine. Go ahead and make that roll. You were going to get 2 automatic successes for that when he's on the ground. It's going to be pretty easy. Wait, no, he's prone. He gets no skill dice on his dodge. That's the issue. All right, so you just get your regular. So please roll that, and he'll roll his dodge.
And that would be coordination.
Oh wait, he's knocked out. He didn't get a dodge. Whatever you get, you get. The other one, however, That's going to be for a stop. We're going to call this one coordination toughness.
Okay.
With a melee. Otto, you need to make a coordination reaction roll, please. Dodge.
This thing is an abomination to my skeptic little beliefs.
4.
Holy shit. Okay. So, what are you doing, Otto?
So he's like leaned over on his elbow. I'm just gonna push his shoulder up and pull his elbow down and like get him off me to like stand up over him.
Make a grapple check, please. That is going to be this is going to be intuition plus toughness. And the other two are going to try to brain whammy again. And then Ray, what are you doing?
Still trying to stick the little Asian girl.
Okay, that's going to be another. We're going to call this one, strength plus composure, and then hand to hand is what you can roll on it. So,
Ooh, 2.
Okay, neat. Okay, I forgot to roll a dash. Okay, you got 2 on the grapple. Otto, what'd you get on your roll for attack?
I spent 2 seconds to add a D8, and I got 3 successes.
All right, and then your dodge was... Oh, you were 4. Never mind. I already...
4.
And then, Brandon, you weren't dodging, but you were stomping. What'd your stomp get?
No successes.
Wasted.
That is,
And I even used a second.
that is still a success. It's
Yeah.
0.
It's just
Remember, this time you don't have entropic.
that's right.
And then,
I didn't break my ankle.
All right, Ray, this time you're able to you snatch her by the hair and you're able to just jab this thing in the back of her neck. As this happens, I didn't have anyone. I need you to roll 2 panic checks or keep it together checks. Right. Yep.
What would that be?
That's the resilience plus metal.
Okay. Okay, make 2 rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
3 on which one?
Oh, jeez. That was the first one.
First one.
Yeah.
Okay, so first one, you're good. The you can feel and you know it's coming from behind you. The other one that you haven't done anything to yet is trying to rip into your head again. Except this one has the same spine tinglings essence as the other one, trying to burn through your nerve system. Second one was
4.
4. This one, however, does get you. Just for 2 damage, though. This is damage. This is the other one that, just like Yost was using, where it was burning your... you just feel this great sense of pain all through your body, and you tense up for a moment. Yeah. However, you have injected that thing into them. Otto, you flip him, easily.
All right.
And then, as he's trying to flail up and swing it or swing down at you, you just use the leverage to flip him off to the side.
What does that do to the needle that's sticking out of his back?
It hits the back of the bulkhead or whatever, but it doesn't necessarily break or anything.
All right.
It's not really a needle. It's like a plug into a port, so it's sort of securely in there. And then Brandon, you are able to successfully stomp right on the back of his head. And you see his face pop up and down really quick, and this blood sort of runs out around it, and it hits your nostrils. You take a minute. Cognizant of blood.
Yeah, I did that to myself.
Yeah.
I sure did. Hello, Nether Dice. How are you?
And at this moment, the one that you have down, Otto, you see like he's just not moving. Like the sedative is like really kicked in at this point.
Okay. Good.
So,
Good.
Brandon, you are no longer dazed. What do you do?
Go try to help Boom Boom.
Mhm. Okay.
Am I coming up from behind?
Well,
Whoever
yeah, well, like,
he's facing?
yeah, he's, you're not, you're coming from Boom Boom. Like, the two of them are,
Okay.
like, back against the wall. There's one of them that's, like, they're both looking down at him and just sort of standing there. And it's kind of this strange, like, they don't seem to pay attention. They're not, like, actively, like, worried. They're just kind of standing there doing their thing. And then when it's time to fight or do anything, they do the action, and then they just go back to this sort of almost neutral stance, as if they are waiting for some sort of input. The two of them are out.
Interesting.
Otto.
All right, so that one's down. Are all of them down except for one by Boom Boom?
Well, Boom Boom's is not down yet. However, the one standing next to Boom Boom is not been touched yet.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to the fresh one. I didn't like that.
Okay, get the fresh one.
Yeah. I don't have any more things. I'm just gonna try and knock him off his feet.
Okay. Make a strength plus toughness roll and hand to hand. And the two of them are going to try to burn your nervous system again, Ray. So I need you to roll 2 of those checks again.
That was first roll 1. Three for the second one.
Okay. So the first one. Oh, and then what do you do on your attack?
I'm going to. Well, how does the Asian girl look?
I mean, she looks the same. Like she's, like other than like pulling her away from your grasp or whatever, trying to, and you've got the thing in her back. She's just kind of like still doing the stare thing. You feel the like. It's almost like your brain is picking up a field of just it's coming like of energy coming at you.
I'm sorry, boo. Punch her in the face, and I'm going to use Chrono Stutter if I can.
You absolutely wait until you know if you hit before you use Chrono Stutter. She's going to make her her dodge roll. Okay, use Chrono Stutter, please. Or go ahead and make your strength plus toughness roll with hand to hand if you have it, which I don't think you do. Mm-hmm. What'd you get?
Got nothing.
You got nothing?
No.
You got an auto success from yes. We have an auto success, so you have 1 success. You do have seconds you can spend if you want to add to that.
Yeah. 2 seconds give me 1. Is 2 seconds for 1 d8 or is it 4 seconds?
It's 2 seconds adds a d8 and you can spend up to 6 of those, up to 6 seconds. So you can spend 3 times.
And I'll just give me an extra d8, just 2 seconds. So.
You could spend them in back to back to back if you need to. So.
Oh no, actually at 1.
You got another one?
Yeah.
So you got 2. So Chrono Stutter will basically doubles the attack. So to this one, you spend 2 minutes. If you're going to use Chrono Stutter. Okay, you spend 2 minutes. So she is intoxicated, and she actually rolled a critical failure on her dodge. So you hit her. Like basically, if anyone's looking at Boom Boom, you see his fist like almost like pop her in the face twice in the span of one punch. And like as it does, like her head like rocks back and she just falls down completely KO'd. So and she is gone, and you were able to stave off the other attack from the one that Otto is now hitting. And what was your number on that, Otto?
-1.
Okay, so as Otto was coming forward to swing at that one, you make this wild haymaker that he completely dodges, and you your hand comes in contact with the bulkhead, and you actually take 2 damage from having 2 of your fingers broken against the bulkhead there.
I love the idea of this
Ow.
psychologist just like running into battle and having no clue at all what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, what else?
Just like throwing limbs and seeing what it'll do.
Yeah.
And so far, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Throwing shit at a wall.
Yeah, he has absolutely just not been great at it. This camera is driving me absolutely insane right now. All right. And okay, Brandon.
Yeah.
You went to the other one?
Yeah.
You got 1?
I got 2.
2, you said. In that case, you hit for 2 because he got a 0. And after like Otto's like breaking his hand and it sort of like steps over, you just crack him right in the side of the head and like knock his head over a little bit. You do 3 damage to him. It's not too bad. He kind of like wobbles somewhat, and now all of you are able to face down this one for the last sort of.
You open the jar, but I loosen the lid. Thank you.
Yeah, man. It's all good, dude. You're gonna need to splint those fingers.
Oh, no shit. Hold them and put them in
All
place.
right, Brandon, what are you doing after you crack this one? This one's not down yet. This is just, so you got 1 more facing you.
Oh.
Donkey punch him in the back of the head and bounce his face off the wall.
Okay. I want you to make a strength plus toughness check for that, and then we're going to go to Otto.
I just broke my fingers.
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna like scoot back. I'm just gonna. He's doing great. He's kicked all these people's asses. It's like, I'm Ned. I'm not gonna jump in and help Spider-Man. I'm gonna step back and let him do what he's here to do.
Yeah.
And if he needs somebody to bring him water or something, I got him.
Yeah. Ray, go for it.
Yo, Doc, got another one of those? She's holding out his hand for a syringe. If you got one. Because I already used the one you gave me, Doc.
Yeah, talking to you, Otto.
Oh, I'm sorry?
He's reaching out for another syringe.
Oh, no,
He's out. Yeah.
That guy took it when he teleported out. He took it with him.
Motherfucker. Well,
Yeah, right?
He's punching the dude in the head.
Okay. Make your punchy punch roll. Strength plus toughness, please. And Otto, I want you to make a resilience plus metal.
Can I use another 2 minutes for Chrono Stutter?
Absolutely.
You ready? Be up to 4.
2. Okay. So. Well then.
And I got 3.
Okay, so the rest of the round won't matter at that point with what Ray just got and my coordination roll. Like again, like Ray throws like a right cross that somehow is like 2 punches at once directly on the side of this thing's face, and it goes down flat against the ground. You did add your 2 minutes to that.
Take that, motherfucker!
Yeah.
It's like, I was here.
That's all happened. All right, so yeah, it
Good
looks
job,
like
Doc.
you've dropped the 3 of these, or the 4 of these fine fellows. But you do know that there's 15 more members of this crew somewhere, and you are weaponless.
Weapons? Anybody?
I'm gonna run some of their pockets to see if they have any like access cards. I'm also going to look at the one that is. I'm going to try and compare my size to one that is like the closest size to me, and try to like memorize every part of them, just like physical features, stuff like that.
I'm gonna start putting them back into the stasis tubes.
Okay.
They get back up.
All right, dropping them back into stasis tubes. There are no more empty stasis tubes out there. You 3 of them will fill up the other 3, and then you've got like 1 extra person because your 4 opened.
Are there any I mean, we're in the infirmary. Are there any beds that have like straps on them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring those around and strap these guys in. I mean, just in case. I'm gonna see which ones look like they're going to wake up and strap those in, and we're just gonna like fold the other ones and put them away. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do with it.
Mm-hmm. So you are currently in the infirmary, and you haven't seen anything else in here. The infirmary lights are kind of low currently, as if it's in sort of like the power save mode. No one seems to have been in here around for a while. As you do start to like get in and start messing with things to like look around, the lights all seem to like they start to like flash like really quickly as they get brighter and brighter. Auto, add another minute, please. And you are now in the infirmary. And what are you going to do in here? The infirmary, to remind you, is connected to Bioessentials, which is where they do air scrubbing and like life support and
My
like
department.
waste reclamation, like all the things that need like the maintenance systems of life on the ship is in that area, and then that is connected to the crew area, which is where they have like the mess hall and the bunks and the lockers and the gym and the showers and kind of stuff. And then then remember there's also the cockpit of the ship, and then there's engineering in the far back, which is on the very back of the ship. But weapons are going to be in locked away in cabinets in the crew area where the security or like where the captain's quarters is.
Okay.
Okay.
Locked away in security. How do we know?
Because like part of your training is understanding that like there are no weapons with the exception of ones that only the captain.
No, I mean,
has access to.
I said that really weird. My bad. How are they locked away? Like, what would it take to get past them? That's what I'm asking.
That you don't know. You know
Okay.
that the captain most likely can do it, but beyond that, you're going to look into it.
All right.
Okay. Is there a way through life support to shut it out of life support of the 15 that are about to open, or no?
The 15 that are about to open? What do you mean?
Did you say there was 15 pods that were?
No. Like those pods are. I'm saying that the crew that was here when you woke up, the other pods that you were from your crew, they're all dead.
Okay.
But the other, there's 20 in the crew, and you've actually dropped 5 of them at this point, and there are 15 more crew members somewhere aboard the ship. However, from your initial examination of the first of Yost, when you first met him, he was dead. He was completely dead, and then he came back alive. He like woke back up and reanimated. And then when he did, he seemed to be alive. But they seem to be stuck in some sort of weird, like, and you don't have answers for why yet. Like, they did not break down or age or anything happened to them in the span of, 60 plus years.
Okay, so if that worked, what if say we try to get some weapons, man? Because this hand-to-hand shit is cool, but
I mean, can we look at what pod somebody with that kind of clearance would be in?
There's the captain of your pod. So yeah, you could go to this pod of your crew.
Does that mean going back where we started?
Yeah, pretty much. But you're right next to it, and it's quicker if you want to get to the crew quarters. It's quicker to walk back through there and onto the other side. Because basically, the habitat thing is just a ring around the ship. So,
it's cool. At least it's on the way.
I tell you, okay, but we don't know how many of those things we're going to run into on the way there. And the infirmary seems like relatively safe right now, correct? So
yeah, relatively.
So you just want to sit here and wait till they go?
No. I was saying that maybe I can go on my own, and then I use Glimmer Guys and turn into that person that I was studying earlier. And I'll walk right by them, go get the commander's key, come back.
All right, spend your minutes on that, please.
Yeah. Why don't I turn invisible and just come with you, just to have your back?
Okay.
Brandon, what are you doing while they're talking about magic and walking away?
Shaking my damn head. And did we thoroughly search the infirmary already? And that's where we got the information about crewman Daniels having a migraine that wouldn't go away?
Otto had gone in there and actually checked some like records of in the doctor's offices or whatever, like went in there, and that's where you got that information. You haven't actually searched through the infirmary. You've just gone into the files of the infirmary so far.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I'll catch up with you. Just don't lock any doors to where I can't follow you.
Oh.
I'm gonna stay here for about 2 seconds. I need to search, see if there's something else that we may have missed just looking at records.
We won't head to the armory without you.
All right, well, if you want to go search bodies in the pods, since that's 2 feet away,
okay.
I'll be okay. And really, there's 2 things. Even though one's going to kind of negate the purpose of the other, I wanted to get my sitting in quiet reflection for a little solace. And then also wanted to use my madness angle.
The madness angle. Spend your minute and then to see if you missed any plot sensitive information, correct?
Yep.
All right. Here's what.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
So as you're kind of like searching through files and just various things, you come across a diagnostic like sheet of somebody that is reading up as like crewman Erickson, right? And as you're looking at crewman Erickson's stuff, what you're noticing is that like the death time for him is even earlier than the ones before. This seems to be not crewman Erickson. What the hell was that dude's name with the headache? Where'd it go?
That was Daniels.
Daniels, thank you. Erickson was later. All right, crewman Daniels seems to be the first one that has come down with whatever happened. Massive migraine that has put him in there, and then he died 3 days before everyone else did. From that one marker you heard from everybody else that had died at the same time, he had stopped 3 days beforehand. In so doing, he kept talking about voices he was hearing all over the place, and as he passed away, your readings, the sensors that you're reading are showing that like his body doesn't have this, like everything on his body just stopped working, including all of the bacteria that's normally there. Like it just went away, which may explain why they are not breaking down. No living part of him or whatever was connected stayed afterwards. It just zapped away into something.
No signs of homeostasis.
Man, my camera is going wild.
Even at germ level. Okay, that is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And the ship is glitching.
Yes. Ship is glitching. Glitch. Yeah, and then you're also going to sit in quiet reflection while they're going to like handle the other stuff. So I want you to roll all of your current distress die. For every 4 you get, you reduce a minute. Okay. All right. Ray and Otto, you have gone over to the captain's pod. You're able to open it up, and you go in and get the captain's like ID and key card. Or no, I'm sorry, you can't do that. He's naked, just like you were. Yeah, he doesn't wear the key card on him. But you go in there, and you do know where his locker would be.
Yeah. And the key's on his nipple ring, right?
No.
That's right. Keep mine.
You have to take. Well, stasis does not like nipple rings, so you have to take all of your nipple rings out.
What? Deal breaker. I'll die now.
Yeah, tell me about it. Future sucks. Anyway, yeah.
I guess we go into his locker.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine.
You're gonna you're heading over to the.
Have we passed any? Have we heard anything else? Have we heard any other noises?
There's no other movement whatsoever on the ship. It's eerily quiet. As you kind of get to the crew quarters, this is the first time that you've seen a big bank of windows, right? And you step in and you notice, like, as you look out, there are 0 stars, none whatsoever, not a single pinpoint in the sky of anywhere. It's just complete blackness.
Oh.
You're in a void in space.
That ain't peculiar.
Yeah, you head over to your locker, to the locker system, and you get up to the captain's. But it is, of course, keyed to the captain, so you are going to have to break it open somehow.
What does it need? His thumb or something?
No,
I'm not taking his thumb. That's not what I'm just
desperation is kicked in.
Yeah,
Brandon might.
It's everybody's is the same. It's a retinal and a numeric password.
Oh.
Is there any way to use mechanics on it to try to hack it?
Absolutely, you can try to break it open. It is still just a locker. I mean, forced entry is what mechanics is probably going to do here, but there are various like repair kits everywhere across the ship, like because you might need them to replace a bulkhead at a moment's notice. So like engineering tools are not hard to come by. You would know where some are nearby. But if you want to make we're going to call this coordination plus your wit with mechanics. You want to break it open.
While I see him breaking it open, I'm going to step out into the hall and like just keep an eye out. Softly sing to myself a little bit, maybe. Get some little time back.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of standing out, and what's your solace trigger?
Singing to myself.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Roll your distress die. 3.
But you guys
okay.
sing.
My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 to 5, and then he takes another home again to find me waiting for him.
Shut the fuck up! That was right.
was awesome. Fuck yes, that was great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Roll. Just. What do I need?
You roll all of your distress die. Everything that's a 4 or above, you lose 1 distress.
Oh, okay, nothing then.
You automatically lose 1 distress either way.
Oh, well, that's all.
So you reduce a minute for each 1 year. So every success there. So whatever you were at, you're 1 minute less.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ray, you were able to take kind of just some of the basic equipment and jar it in there well enough with one of those little torches and pop the whole lock after just a few moments. It doesn't take you that long. And once you do, you see his jumpsuit and his like belongings and things in there, little drawers and whatnot. And you're able to pull out his personnel key card. So
He kind of holds it up. Yahtzee, Doc. Yahtzee. And can I rummage it for anything? Is there anything else of importance?
In here, not really. I mean, you have the key card that is that'll get you into the cockpit. That'll get you into his quarters, or the captain's quarters, as well as you don't know what else from there, but it'll get you into those 2 things. But there's nothing else really even know. There's his different jumpsuits and info pads that he's his all of those basic things, everything that you would have in yours normally.
Let's fucking bounce and go meet up with Brandon and get these weapons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man.
Yeah. So y'all meet back up, and we'll let you just get to the next section. So the first area where you were at in the crew compartments was the locker room area that's meant for storage in between stasis, and from there you have gone out into you can go out into the major areas of the room, which is a hallway where the barracks are.
Hold on real quick, sorry, did Brandon get a chance to search the infirmary?
Yes, that was
okay.
What they used. They got the plot sensitive information that was.
Oh, my apologies. Yeah, never mind.
All right, so you where was that? Crew quarters. Okay, crew quarters. There is a hallway which is like the barracks hallway, and on each side there are there's 10 on one side, 9 on the other, different rooms, and at the very end there is the captain's room in the barracks. Everyone sleeps in the same area, the same kind of quarters. My stupid phone keeps getting activated by voice and trying to look things up. There is also from there's like a hallway that leads off to the mess hall and the recreational room, the exercise facilities, showers, kind of stuff. And all that is connected back over to Bioessentials. So where do you start searching around first? I'm assuming, but the first thing you're gonna come to is the barracks. So if you're gonna go towards the captain's room, you can.
And we know the weapons to be where again? My apologies.
Your assumption would be in the captain's room, the captain's quarters. It's or at least they're gonna know it, because there's a next to the captain's quarters are like the first mate's quarters, and the 2 of them operate like the security of the ship. They are the ones that have access to weapons. No one else does.
Are these all doorways or like closed doors?
They're all closed doors currently.
Okay. I say we just sneak through this straight to the captain's thing and get guns, because we don't know if those other guys are in here. Let's fucking snook.
I am still invisible, right?
Yeah, I was talking to Brandon.
But he's following you.
Oh yeah, I still look like one of those fucking things.
Yeah,
Brandon.
You do.
Stick to the shadows, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hang back and hands in pockets. No one's gonna notice me.
So you're able to make it to the end of the hallway where the captain's quarters is without much issue. And Ray can pull out the key card and actually kind of swipes it and it opens. And as oh my god! All right, as you enter the room, the captain's quarters is much larger than everyone else's quarters, of course. But it's got its own kind of like internal office. There's a pretty sizable bed in there. It's kind of a wardrobe, a desk, its own sort of like the computer terminal, on the desk. Things that your room does, and its own like restroom facilities, which everyone else has to share one.
The king.
It is, yeah, you're right. It is. So as you enter in here, you see that like it's in pristine condition. I mean, the bed has been made to like military precision. Everything is like nice and neat. There's not a sheen of dust or anything. And as you come in, the lights kind of like flicker back up to being on auto. You take a minute. Actually, you need to roll a keep it together for that one, because it's Same scene.
3.
You're good.
Okay.
You shake it off, but
Still take a minute.
yeah. You see a couple of foot lockers in the place as well. There's one at the foot of the bed. There's one against one of the walls.
All right. Let's move in on those. Let's open them.
Okay. Which one are you good for two first?
Brandon, you're good. And I was like, wave him in.
Okay. So
All right.
Brandon saunters on in as well. You open the one at the foot of the bed first, and inside is basically these are like mission dossiers and things like that. This is where like all the files and like things are being kept for the captain's like reference and all of that sort of stuff. All of the personnel files are in here for each individual like crew and whatnot. Different captains like stuff for the rotation. The other one, however, is in fact the weapons locker, and you know this because as soon as you wave the card over, it asks for the pin.
Hmm.
Ooh, I bet it's 6969.
That's actually that's a really good guess. That's what I would make it.
You put in 6969.
My favorite number. Go for it.
It is not 6969.
Damn.
And once you put that in, all of a sudden you hear like a comm channel open, and you hear the voice of a woman go, "Who are you? What are you doing in my room?"
I'm Dr. Parker. I've woken up. I'm trying to stay alive.
Well, you were not supposed to wake up. You were supposed to join the rest of them. How long have you been awake? Where are you?
Look at me. I did join the rest of them. That's what I meant by woke up. Like I joined you guys. I woke up. Look at me.
Why are you trying to open the weapons locker?
Something's drawing me to it.
Okay, I want you to make a
Charisma?
we're gonna call it charisma plus manipulation
Dude. All right.
with psychology, like you're fucking with her right now.
Okay. So
Gaslighting
psychology
the hell
means
out of
that
her.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what you pay him for. 5?
She says, well, I guess I shouldn't presume to know its wants.
Do you know how to get in? It wants me in, and I don't know how to get in.
If that's the case, then 5763.
Thank you.
And so 5763 will open it, and then she says, what is it asking you to do with those weapons? Perhaps I can assist.
It won't tell me until I have them. I asked.
Well, you have them now, so
I'm to
You
take
actually
them
have,
to the infirmary.
in that thing, there are all of these rounds are called plastic rounds. Doesn't really matter for this. It's so they don't go through bulkheads and shit. And there are 4 handguns, and there are 4 submachine guns in that locker. All right, the handguns are a coordination reaction with a 2 damage. Submachine guns are a 3 damage with a fully automatic stat line on them. Which we'll get to that when you actually start shooting them.
All right. I'm to take them and get them off the ship. I'm also to get any escape vessels away from the ship.
Escape vessels? There's no escape vessels.
If there are, I'm to search for them.
And she starts laughing. She says, "Oh, you had me fooled. Listen, go to the cockpit. It'll all become clear to you there."
I gotta go get
a thought machine gun.
I gotta get those escape vessels. But after I do what it wants me to do,
the communication line goes dead mid-sentence. Like, yeah.
I pushed it too far, but I really had her there for a minute.
Hey,
I mean,
you did good, man. You got it over.
You did. You said just a little. You offered too much information. You're a psychologist, not a con man. So, she told you to go to the cockpit and see the reality of it. But what do you do next?
Not
Some machine gun and some clips.
I'm not good with a gun, so I want the thing that's going to shoot the easiest. If it's just a pistol, that's what I'll take. And I'm not going to use it unless it's like I'm like one of you are about to die or one of mine is about to die, because I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm plugging everything that ain't us.
Word.
Then you take all you. I mean, are you good with a gun, Brandon?
Can't imagine it's going to be any more than
The way
the vegetative guns that I have to use. So
the way the automatic works is you get to, at the end of your shot, you get to re-roll any net hits on the roll. So if you rolled 3 hits on your submachine gun, you get to re-roll those 3 to see if you can get more. That's how automatic works.
I'm taking 2 of those. There's 4 of them, so you each get 1.
Yeah.
Oh no! Do they have straps on them?
I mean,
I'll take one.
Yeah, they've got small straps.
1 on each shoulder, taking a gun, and that's what I'm holding.
I'm taking just one gun, and if there's an extra clip for the gun, I'll take it. But that's all I'm taking.
Okay.
Really?
So
I'm just kind of awkwardly holding it out away from my body like this.
Dude, that's gonna bite you in the ass.
That's more dangerous.
yeah, you're able to make it out of this area without much else. You see that there's a couple of doors that are now open as you're walking back down this hallway, and there are those things are standing there, but they're not saying anything. Like there's a couple bodies that are still just down and not moving. There's one body laying across the hallway where like it had opened the door and just sort of like fell over, almost as if they're avoiding you now.
So it's looking like
they got up and then fell back down.
But it also looks like the path back has been manipulated for us to go a specific way.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't been manipulated. It's just damn, that's a good idea. I should have done that. I'm writing that shit down. This is changing now. Anyway, no, I'm just saying that like the doors were all closed when you came out, but while you were in there doing your thing, the doors, some of them are still open. It looks like there were people in these rooms that woke up and then have fallen. They're just in a different position now. Or someone ran in there and moved them all. But you've seen them all kind of get up, move, and then fall back over dead. So, like,
Yeah, it was like an invitation.
Let's get. What do we want to do now? Like what? Like I thought the escape thing. I thought maybe that voice would be like, "Oh yeah, go over there. We got a ship that'll take you right to Earth. Make sure it gets out of here." I don't know.
I thought I was the optimistic one.
Hey, it worked for the locker thing.
Not
don't
really.
Don't take me. I mean, we
You
got in the locker.
You gaslit it to get into the locker.
It tried to
It
kill
wasn't
us.
being helpful. It was thinking that you were one of it. And
Yeah.
this kind of gives me a headache, but that's okay. So, before we get too far away, I mean, did we want to see if there's any more information before we go in guns a-blazing? Because we can go back real quick, dig through the captain's logs, see if there's anything from the previous captain.
Well, do your thing, man.
The only thing that I'm worried about is that while these things do seem to be avoiding us, like whatever that voice was, the reason I said we were with them is because that they said the exact same thing that other group said right before they attacked us. So they might.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
the thing.
That it made sense that you gaslit him. I'm not yucking your yum for that. But what I'm saying is that voice wasn't ever helpful. It was never our friend. So
Absolutely.
saying, hey, give us an escape pod, it was never going to do that.
Yeah.
You want to make friends with the monsters. And that's okay. You can do that on your own time.
All right. Let's go get more
You wanna-
information.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do in the information here?
Can we go through those logs just real quick and dirty on
So
the previous captain?
Here's the basic from the crew that you're, because this is 2 crews before you, is what you're dealing with. So the 2 crews from 2 crews before you. This is Captain Karen Glover, and she was Cheryl. Captain Karen Glover is a she's special in that she is one of the people who was fighting for this project to get started in the first place, or at least her mother, also named Karen Glover, was. And she has been apparently part of this mission since before the ship was finished. She is right now she'd be roughly like 97 or something, but she was like 35, 36 years old whenever time stopped for everybody. And that's most of what you get out of her. She seems to have a lot of pull with like the way the mission was designed and everything else, and like the way that crew rotations operated and that sort of thing.
All right. Not much here. Just this crazy captain seems to be the daughter of the original founder of the mission. So I don't know. This may go back generations. This occultic type behavior. I don't know what else to call it without studying it more.
And so now they want us to drink the Kool-Aid.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was thousands of years ago. I mean, can't they let it go? Jim Jones was... God, how many thousands of years ago was that now? Hundreds? I'm bad with time.
You're not in the thousands quite yet. You're in the hundreds of years.
Okay.
Although you'll hit thousands of years before too long here. So anyway, you find the name of the captain. Different other crew stuff, like you find crewman Yost and like a couple other things, but like most of this is just general personnel information,
Day-to-day BS.
reviews, day-to-day boring ass red tape work. and it tells you like where their family members are and things. Nothing that's really pertinent to what you're looking into right now, but that's the kind of info they've got. Where are you headed next?
To the hive.
To the cockpit? Or the okay?
Well, what? Unless anybody else had any idea.
I mean, yeah, that's the only lead we have. The only thing I'm about is going into the cockpit and not having a way out of the cockpit. Seems
And
like
the only
way too easy of a trap.
yeah. And the only other place I can think to go is my office. And that may just be out of habit. To go and make sure that the waste treatment is doing what it needs to do, and we'll have oxygen for the next 10 years and all of that good stuff. So that could just be autopilot talking.
That's not a bad decision actually. We haven't checked on the status of what we're breathing since we've been here, so that's probably a good idea.
Okay, well, hold on. All right. You guys do that. I'm gonna do recon. We'll try to.
Okay.
I mean, we still got comms, so we can communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can just be invisible, so that's
Yeah.
All right. So, where are you heading, Ray?
Going to the main place. To the
cockpit.
There you go.
All right, Brandon and Otto, you're heading to Bioessentials. We're gonna start with you two. So you kind of like make your way through to Bioessentials. You have to go through like the mess hall and stuff to get there, and you see a couple of other crew members just sort of like laying around dead and not moving. None of them seem to be reacting to you at all. As you make your way over to Bioessentials, you see that there are two dead bodies on the ground, both of them wearing like the kind of like lab coat, thing that would be needed for here. And everything seems to be on as you walk in. Bioessentials is run with like different sections, being like recycling the air, which is done with, these natural like filters that they grow in the place, and then same with they grow algae to filtrate out toxins from water and things of that nature in here, and then you make. But all that stuff seems to be running, but at the same time, like it doesn't. You can notice right away there's something kind of off, Brandon. If you want to make a, go ahead and let's call it a science roll of intuition and wit. And what are you doing while she's doing? Well, Brandon's doing that, Otto.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing while Brandon's doing that?
I'm just looking out. Like I don't really know how to help him do this, but I'm just here in case he needs hands or in case any.
All right. What'd you get, Brandon?
Fine. I got 3 successes after having to take away 2 from my stupid distress die. And if it matters, I got 2 8s. Because I have science.
What's your specialty in science?
Bio.
Oh yeah, specifically it's this. So you actually got 5 successes. Okay, well then 5 successes, since those count as double. And that is a phenomenal success. And you very quickly like punch in and you look at the data for a second, and it seems that everything is like some of the stuff is like gone wild and out of control. The filter was changed, right? The air filtration was changed and regrown, and which is a bit odd to you because it was done less than 30 years ago, but there's only been one person breathing the air, basically, from what you can gather. From all the data you're getting, there's the crew died or fell down except for one person, and this whole bioessentials room has been basically like very slowly keeping one person alive. The air is a bit stale. The air is a bit stale. Everything's correct in your readouts. It's still doing things properly, but it does look like that maybe these two are waking up to fix things every now and again.
And are there any readings from the filters of any kind of like infectious agent or any recordings of what was caught in the filters from the last change?
If there was anything that infected anyone here, it did not come through any of your bioessential stuff from based on any of the readings you got. With 5 successes, you're like looking at old logs from around that like nothing is coming off wrong. You've not picked up anything strange. So,
all right. Well, Otto, there's only been one person breathing air for the last 30 years or so, basically since
everybody fell down. Yeah.
Everyone went boom and decided to play Ring Around the Rosies.
I wonder if that's the person we were talking to in the through the intercom in the cockpit.
I would imagine, and as much as it pains me to say it, I feel, and this may be more of your purview than mine, but maybe there was some kind of mass hysteria or something, and this person, this captain, I believe it's Captain Glover, was somehow able to manipulate everyone all at once. And maybe they all committed suicide, and Captain Glover's just been manning this ghost ship for the last, however many years we've been asleep.
How does that explain the bodies that we had to inject to get off of us? That's what I'm...
Without further research,
yeah.
I don't have an answer.
You're a biologist,
I'm unwilling
right?
to believe things that are not going to be scientifically proven. I was looking for maybe a fungal infection, kind of like back on Earth. I don't know if you ever heard of zombie ants, but it's a parasitic, kind of like symbiotic fungal infection. And then there's also the parasitic wasps that also have a parasite within them that has a parasite within that. It goes down to like a viral level with the parasites with that life cycle. So I was thinking maybe it was something like that, but I can't find anything in my readings.
In the realm of that, have you ever heard of anything with like a sort of hive mentality? Like a several organisms controlled by... Because when we were fighting them earlier, or when you guys were fighting them earlier, I noticed that in between swings or attempts to harm us, it almost seemed like they were standing still, waiting for communication. It didn't seem... They didn't act like people that were in the middle of a fight. They acted like chess pieces waiting to be told where to move. So if there's something in nature that has some sort of hive mentality where there's one actual living organism controlling many shells of organisms, have you heard of anything like that?
The only thing I can think of off the top of my head is the fungal network. You've got your main mycelium that controls the network underground and can have multiple fruiting bodies that are above ground. And they communicate that way, but...
So our loose half theory right now... Yeah. I mean, maybe if we go to the cockpit and meet her, we'll get a better idea. And if it seems like that's the case, we'll do what we have to do to try and stay here and survive.
Yeah, let's hope Ray gets back soon. Maybe meet him halfway.
Ray, while they're doing this, you're actually going to the cockpit. So you are able to get to the cockpit through the um, the normal means, which is from the control room. Is one angle, like the control room from over top of the stasis area, and then there's another walkway from the crew quarters. So you're gonna take one from the crew quarters and kind of come to the side and open the cockpit with the door. And as you walk in, you're holding like 2 submachine guns. You're not able to be seen. You see 3 bodies lying in the chairs around this area. The captain's chair in the center is empty. The forward view screen, however, is entirely black. You can't see anything out there. The light that's inside here is somewhat dim, and as you step up and inside, all 3 of the bodies stand up and they turn towards you. And say, "We can feel your mind. We can feel your presence. Join us." And then you hear over the intercom the captain speak, or the woman speak again. She says, "There is no escaping where you are. Look out there." And then she says, "Parker, change the forward view screen to what is it called? It's sort of like picking up like a different spectrum of like radioactive spectrum or whatever." So he flips it, and you actually see in front of you, like, and from scans and everything else, you're inside of a solar system that is entirely black. There's a sun that is sitting in the middle of the solar system that seems to be just black for some reason, dark, as if it's been controlled with something. As you're looking through, you can see planets orbiting this central large figure, entirely swirling around in darkness, and all of it entirely dead, lifeless. You seem to be in some sort of and then she says, "You are in the presence of a god. It and she explains, it called out to me so many years ago, and I have finally brought it what it needs, and none of you will stop me. You will join with the great void. Give in. There's no escaping it."
Unfortunately, I don't like motherfuckers telling me what to do. He opens fire on all 3 of those dudes while he's backing out.
All right, so there is no, like, we don't really have like a shooting akimbo kind of rule, like where you're firing 2 different guns. So like, you're just gonna make up a regular like
Just one
shot, yeah. So you're gonna make a coordination plus composure with firearms as with ranged, and then if you have firearms, then
yeah, do it this time. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do 4 seconds this time. Okay.
what'd you get total?
Nothing.
Oof. Yeah, that wouldn't do it.
So yeah, I'm doing 2 seconds. I mean, I did 4 seconds. Ooh, 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 it is. You're able to get a couple of re-roll those successes because it's all fully automatic, or it's automatic.
Can I use seconds again? Or no?
You can't re-roll those again. No,
Okay.
not off that one. So if you got 2, you shoot you fire the weapon and kind of spray, and all of them sort of fall back and collapse back into nothingness, like death. As soon as you do, you miss them all. The bullets just spray across the front view screen and everything else, destroying like a bunch of the equipment sitting around in the cockpit.
Okay, I'm running.
Okay. And as the 2 of you are leaving, you hear gunfire from the direction of the cockpit. and you do meet halfway with Ray, who is running away from the cockpit.
Shit is bad. Shit is bad. Shit is bad.
Whoa, where are we going? Where are we going?
Dude, we're in a goddamn dark galaxy, man. I just saw a sun and planets. It's bad. I didn't see the captain. I heard her voice. She had three dudes up in there telling that we gotta join and do all this, and we're not gonna put her plans asunder. Just bullshit villain monologue.
As he's talking to me, I'm like checking his eyes. He doesn't seem like he's been fucked with it all, right?
No, not you can tell.
Okay. Well, was she in there?
No. I think she might be the ship. Yo, man, the only conclusion I got to, I didn't see nobody in there. Captain seat was empty. Only people in there were the three dudes I shot at. And the minute I shot at them, they just dropped dead. And she was still talking. Nobody else in there. So,
Yeah, she's talking you through the comm system. So, like,
either she's somewhere else or she's the ship.
What other possibilities would we?
Ray, as someone who works in engineering, you know that everything can be controlled from engineering. Like, everything in the ship has a backup control point in engineering. You can control the entire ship from engineering. That is where you would do most of your what's what I'm looking for? That's like communications arrays and stuff like that. Like, engineers work in this, the aft of the ship specifically to keep it going, but it's also,
That sneaky bitch. She is the ship, man. She might be an engineer.
Let's go there. I have a feeling that if we can somehow get to her, maybe she can give us a way to stop whatever this is, get us out of this.
Okay.
I don't think.
All right. And we are going to take, at this moment, we're going to take about a 15-minute break. I have to
hold on.
Something.
Brandon, what
Sorry.
would you say?
What did you say?
I'll when we come back, I've got a really bad idea.
Oh boy, I'm excited about that. All right, so we're going to be back in about 15 minutes. We're going to make it, let's call it 10.
All right, cool.
And thank you everybody for joining us. We'll be back in just a few to finish up today.
We're going to die. That's why I kept mine short. I wasn't getting it.
That tracks. I'm sorry, man. Once you're into that, you have to. I was committed.
You gotta commit. Yeah.
I was committed.
No, that was Ray, man. That was Ray. All right. It was. That was in character.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us.
Hello. We are back. Sorry, I heard the words "they are live" and they just didn't say anything. But we are going to now finish up the remainder of this. The group is heading down towards engineering, where presumably the captain is hiding out. And to get engineering is at the very aft of the ship. You have to go down these long elevators that are on either side of the ship. You take one of those to the very, very back of the ship. Takes a few minutes to get there. You're given some moments to kind of like do some thinking on the way, and outside of the window that is part of the elevator system, you see nothing but the void outside. As you get to the bottom of the elevator system, the doors open into the engineering bay. Engineering is quite large. In the center of it is the big like primary engine area where they do like the fusion needed to power the ship, and there's a bunch of control panels and things lying around, and standing behind one on the opposite side of the engine cluster is a woman who looks to be no more than 35 or so. She's white, has kind of dirty blonde hair kind of to her shoulders, and she is looking at you as you enter with a grin on her face, and she says, "Didn't I tell you it was hopeless? You see that now, right?" You're inside of it. This is where you will spend the rest of your days. In eternity, in bliss.
Look, maybe just from my profession standpoint, you are approaching this in the wrong way. Maybe if you explained a little more to us what it was we were getting into, this, as however futile it may be, fight to carry on may go away. If we know, just can you explain to us what in the fuck is going on?
And she kind of smiles and nods her head and says, I suppose that would be okay. It's been so long since I've had anyone to really talk to. So, you were inside, you're inside what is one of the greatest beings our universe has ever seen. This is all part of the will of the void, emptiness, darkness, true peace is found here. Serenity beyond that which you'll ever need to understand. It was discovered, I discovered it hundreds of years ago, and I've been working for a way to get here ever since. And here we are, finally, 3 days away from the center, from finally meeting and touching and being part of, truly, this entity.
Yeah, two things. One, you said we're inside of a living thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
living is such a narrow understanding of what this is. Living, death, it's more than that. It exists outside of the realm of life and death.
Okay, yeah, I think I've seen some shit like this happen in a movie before. Yeah. Second question. He actually does think for a moment. Why can't you just go by yourself? Why you gotta drag everybody else?
It is what it needed. It needed more minds. It needed more thought to be a part of it. It grows this way. It's how it understands.
So we're like sacrificing.
Oh, no, I've given all of you a gift. Where we would have gone would have been years of work, and most of you wouldn't have survived very long. But the gift I've given you is eternal existence and life here.
Did you happen to keep the receipt? Because I'd like an exchange.
Well, you're a few hundred years too late for that one.
May I ask, so what is the goal? Like, are you the one controlling all these people? Or is it?
No, they are controlling themselves. They are coming back into their bodies to offer you the bliss that they experience. When you hurt their shells or destroyed their shells, as I've imagined that you have, they simply returned back to pure bliss. They were only here to do you a favor.
It's the favor, I gotta admit, seemed very aggressive.
Yeah, it kind of burns your brain.
Ah, yes, pain. Once you've experienced what comes beyond, you won't even care about pain anymore.
So you're
okay. This sounds like some Hellraiser shit.
So you're just trying to get us to that center mass there.
Yes, we will reach the core of this being in 3 days, yes.
And if we refuse?
There's no refusal, there's no turning back. We've been traveling through this entity for 60 years.
So what's to stop me from shooting you and turning this bird around?
I need you to make a...
Fuck! It was hypothetical! I was being hypothetical!
I need you to make a... we're going to call it a resilience plus metal check.
2.
You are hit with the dread manifestation. Called. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I just had it, and then I hit page down, and then, on accident, because that's how things work. Okay. In your head, just for a moment, you see, just for a moment to everybody else, but you are reliving the first moment you came in contact with the dread being. You're there. It's almost like you've been teleported there. You're reliving this exact moment. You are gripped with the same fear that you felt in that moment. You have the same apprehension, and you are now at 11th hour, or I'm sorry, 11th minute. Move up to 11 minutes. And you have 5 distress die. It says, because you're powerless inside of what you are, don't you understand?
I guess I do now. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand, and I just kind of look at Boom Boom and Brandon. Just go.
So what do you what? Oh, okay. So you just see Otto fall to his knees, saying he understands, and then kind of, what do the two of you do? It has been nice to speak to somebody. I'm more than willing to allow the 3 of you to remain awake and witness what we're going to see at the end. When we finally get there, witness something that no human being has ever witnessed before. Come in contact with something that no human has ever come in contact with.
Okay, so if this is all great and good, why are you pulling us against our will?
As sometimes children need to be told what's good for them.
What you call me?
A child. You're, what, 40, 30 years old? I've been alive for 10 times that. You're a child, all of you are. If you had the same understanding of how the world worked that I do, if you've seen the things I've seen, have learned what I've learned, you would be right here with me. And it's my job to make sure that you come along.
Maybe you should have thought about a better presentation, huh?
Well, I didn't expect there to be a presentation. The fact that you're awake is quite exciting. Everything so far has gone exactly to plan. I knew this part would be boring, but here we are.
So, yeah, this 3-day tour. 3-day tour. What do you anticipate's gonna happen at the end? What, ship's just gonna get consumed by some eldritch horror, or?
Oh, I wouldn't call it a horror.
Oh,
Consumption.
but the ship's gonna be consumed.
I'm not sure if it's going to be consumed. I'm just supposed to bring the ship to the center. Once I'm there, I will know the answers. But I don't think to be honest, the ship's already been consumed. We're inside of it. We're just going to its heart.
Oh, like a blood clot. Okay. I'm down.
Okay. So, Otto's...
I'm not joining you.
I'm
But
still
I'm curious.
just on my knees staring at my hands. Cause I honestly don't see a way out. I don't know a way out, and I just saw some shit that I didn't want to see again.
Mhm.
So I'm
Feeling pretty hopeless.
yeah, I'm feeling like I'm at the end right now. Like
Mhm.
I'm feeling it.
All right, Ray, what is your decision here?
Yeah, I want to see if we go into the heart. Yeah, I want to see that. He's thinking, is there a way to self-destruct the ship?
Absolutely. You know that as an engineer. There's a way to, like, this is a complicated piece of fusion equipment. If you do the wrong thing to it, it can go critical and blow up in a
And-
massive explosion.
Brandon is banking on, it seems, if I'm not aggressive, they leave me alone. I might be able to sneaky and find some way to just get rid of all these bodies that we don't need, and we can just take the ship and hightail it out here in 3 days. As long as it doesn't explode.
Yeah, he's not doing it now. He's going to wait till the third day.
Okay. So if you decide to wait the third day, we can figure out what you're going to do on that. But
He's making peace with what he's deciding on doing.
okay.
I mean, fuck that. I mean, going down swinging, man. I'm not down on my fucking knee.
All right,
Yeah,
so-
are you communicating that to the rest of us?
Well, if we taking a 3-day month, we'll tell you this.
Yeah. Otto's on board. He's
yeah,
like, if I'm
like, you're given free run of the ship if you want to have it. You can go get food. You can do whatever. Everything. still
Finally.
Yeah. So y'all can go eat and do your thing.
I'm
But for 3
starving.
days, you were just aboard this ship that is heading ever closer. If you go to the cockpit, you're able to kind of look at the like radiographic spectrum thing and kind of get a visual of like what the solar system's about. Looking at it, you see that there were 15 different celestial bodies of some sort going around the sun. It's a pretty massive solar system, and from the size of the sun, like, none of you are like astrologers, but the size of the sun, it looks like it was, most likely a still in its like yellow, like core phase. So it was a younger, almost a younger sun whatever happened to it. And right now it seems to, you're still getting the radioactivity that you'd see from a sun coming from the center of this thing. It's just not producing light or heat.
Okay. Also, during these 3 days, Ray want to check the flight path. Where did we go? Where did we come from? And when did we hit this next? Because he does have
Navigation.
He got navigation and aerodynamics.
Make a navigation roll, please. That's going to be intuition plus wit, or acumen plus wit. Sorry, acumen plus wit.
Ooh. Do not let me down. Four.
All right. So yeah, from a roughly, let me double check that, 70 or so years ago, it seems that the course was very, very slightly started to change. That is where you realize that you went off course during this crew, when this crew woke up. It roughly within a year, the course had just been slightly changed and ever so slightly pulled in a direction it wasn't, the ship wasn't meant to go. And then at some point, all navigation sensors just went away. They can't really figure out, there's no star chart anymore, there's nothing because you can't see any stars. For a while, sensors were reading like stars from behind where you had punctured into whatever this is, but eventually that seems to have just blacked back over, so you're inside of whatever this big pocket of void is.
Could we actually reverse course, go back the way we came to get out.
Yeah, theoretically, you'd have to slingshot within the next 12. Within sometime this day, you'd have to slingshot around the gravity of the sun that exists in order to get back around, and that'd be the fastest, most effective way to do it. And for all you know, you can actually just pop out of this thing in any direction because you were able to enter it from one. But given your current speed and the size of this thing, which is much, much larger than just this solar system, it's taken a lot of the area outside of it too. It's, could take quite a few years to get out of it. Decades. The ability for you to pilot this is going to be, you'll be dead probably before you get back out of the solar system.
Good news, bad news.
I left something out of her spiel. Something that you pick up from what she was saying was that basically she taught this being the existence of people and Earth and the soul system. So, take from that whatever you will. She hasn't really led into what she thinks will happen, but
But they know that she basically they know this too, right? Or just,
yeah, all of you know. Over the course of 3 days, you've spoken with her, you've done your own thing. This is just sort of like what we're doing. So, what is your game plan here within this 3 days? Because you've got within 12 hours, but to take the ship over and change course.
Look, even if we change course, this thing knows about us now. What's to say it's not going to send more of her to come pull more of us here?
And by the time we get out of this shit, we'll be dead.
Yeah, and then there's a ton of bodies for this thing to take over and just turn the ship right back around.
We need more people. That means, Brandon, if you got anything to say, man, I don't see no way out of this, man. I really
More
don't.
people is funny. No, really, there wasn't gonna be a way out of this, I don't think. I think that we just do our best to try to kill this thing. It'd be a
Well,
blood clot. We're headed
Cool.
straight for the heart, right? So you do whatever you gotta do to ensure that. If we don't think that we're gonna make it out of this solar system on our own,
Earn the name,
Then-
Boom Boom.
this is the time to earn the name. Boom, boom.
Don't worry.
So you need to take over engineering, I guess. All right. How many days into this do you go before you go into engineering and try to mount your attack?
Oh, right before, it's like, no, we're waiting till it's like we're there, going to rush
Okay.
the place. Because you said it's like, how complicated is it to blow this shit up? Is it a process, or is it just like, don't touch this?
It's a process. There's no self-destruct function, but you know that if you do certain things to that reactor, that it's going to go critical. So you're able to sabotage it basically.
How long would that take?
In an hour or two. You've been working in engineering. You've worked in engineering for a while, so you understand the whole process behind.
And shooting it won't do nothing.
No, not necessarily. It could. But yeah, you're probably gonna want to you got to break some actual stuff down in there to get to it, and it's cased. It's protected. It's in a protective case. You have to get in there and actually mess with it to do this. So all of you need to make 3 solace rolls, please, because it's been 3 days of y'all taking your time and give you each a solace roll a day.
Solace roll?
Yeah, so you get to make all of your current distress die, which auto you at 5. You roll those, and for every 4, you take a minute off. Do that 3 times. And then if your minutes drop you to a lower distress die, that second and third roll will have lower die to roll.
How do you get distress die? Because I didn't start out with any.
No, yeah. How many minutes do you have?
7.
Oh yeah, you have a lot of distress die. You currently have 3 distress die.
Okay. And 3 distress
Every
die.
2 minutes, every 2 minutes, you have a distress die. So roll 3d4, and for every 4 you get. I was wondering why you were rolling so high. You didn't have any distress die on your dice. Cool.
Okay, so roll 3 d4s, right?
Yep. And any 4s, you take 1 minute off.
Okay.
All right, so you're down 6. You're still at 3. So roll 3 again. And then everybody let me know what minutes they're at when they're done with this.
I'm at 9 minutes.
I'm at
3.
3.
3 minutes.
Yep.
5 minutes.
You're at 5 minutes? Okay. So you're now down to 2 distress die, Ray. So every single roll, you will roll d4s with that, and if a 1 on a d4 shows up, it takes success away. Everybody else has their stuff ready, and I guess you're going back down to engineering with your guns and ready to...
Well, okay. Since I know it's a process, I would have been over the port slowly doing things, so it still function, but it wouldn't. I mean, if I could do that,
Do what?
like just
Oh,
slowly.
no, she's not going to let you fuck with anything in engineering without going at you. Like, if you try to, like, go into engineering and start doing any work, and anytime you've tried to, like, mess around, she's said, don't touch that.
Well, then...
She's
Okay.
going to have to be put down, is your understanding, in order for you to be able to touch engineering.
Let's fucking do it.
Just go in and everybody shooting her.
All right.
Yeah, as best as we can.
So as soon as the doors open, everybody roll initiative.
Uh, 4.
Did anyone get a 5?
Do we roll distress dice for this?
Yes. All die rolls have distress die. Oh, she actually has distress die too.
And every 4 you take a success away.
Everyone.
Every 1 you roll, you take success away.
Oh, every 1. Okay, cool.
Do you get who got 4 or more? Nobody. 3.
Actually, I got 4.
Oh, you got 4? Okay. 3, 2.
2.
Okay. So the order goes, Ray, you're going to come out guns a-blazing as soon as the elevator's open, and then it will be Karen, and then it'll be the Brandon and Otto. So, Brandon, what are you doing?
Gonna hold back, looking for... No, I'm not. I am going to provide Boom Boom with cover fire.
Okay. And so that's going to be a coordination plus composure firearms roll. Otto, what are you doing?
I'm doing the same, and like I'm gonna try to like fire on her and kind of try and keep myself in between her and him in a way, if I can.
Okay.
Fuck.
And boom, boom, you're shooting. Coordination plus composure firearms. So the first thing that happens, Ray, what's your shot? What'd you get? Remember, any successes on these, you get to roll again because it's automatic.
I have no successes.
Wow,
Jesus. I'm gonna do 4 seconds.
So reroll. Are you rerolling die?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And roll distress die with these 2, right?
Hold on. Just lost my whole thing. There we go. Say again. Yeah, distress dice with every roll. Every time you roll a roll, you roll distress dice with it.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Hey, your mother. Does I have nothing again?
With the reroll, you don't have to reroll the distress die. You just need to make distress die with the roll, period. If you got nothing, you got nothing. So she is going to, I mean, you're not going to beat it. Did you beat a 3 at all? Come close?
I got a 4. I got a couple of 4.
No. It's not 4s. It's you need how many successes you get. How many 5-ups? Yeah, it didn't give you 6 successes. So you fire like the gun kind of widely, and as that happens, she ends up like raising her hand, and all around you, the air starts to like wobble and wave around, and it just turns into this almost like this sulfuric gas like surrounds all of you, and you are all needing to make a, we're going to call it a resilience plus reaction here to sort of figure out what's going on.
0 successes for me there.
Okay. Otto, yeah. What'd you get? 3?
3.
Four. Okay. So Ray and Otto, you both like kind of like smell this noxious gas and end up closing your eyes and like holding your breath, diving through as you're firing your gun. Your guns, Brandon and Otto. Brandon, what did you get on your attack rolls, both of you?
Just 1 for me.
You miss as well, Brandon.
I took one of the submachine guns and I got 3 successes. So I re-rolled that and I got 3 more successes.
That is 6 successes, and she only got 1 on the dodge against you. That is 8 damage. Holy shit. So
Good.
you're like everybody else fires, but you breathe in, like you keep your eyes open just long enough to fire off this thing, and you feel this burning sensation as you like breathe into your lungs. It's sulfur. You know that is what's going on. You're breathing in sulfur. The air around you has just changed to sulfur. And you take 7 damage from this one, having rolled a 0. Yeah.
Okay.
However, she takes 7 damage. The stream of like fire that you had like was perfect. You see the shots like land into her chest as she's like pushed back a bit. Blood like blossoms all over her, and she kind of like leans forwards over the controls and looks up to you. And Ray, what are you doing now? You gonna continue? What are you gonna do now, Brandon?
She saved me from distress because I can't smell anything because of the sulfur, so I can't smell her blood.
You cannot smell her blood. You cannot. You're correct. You just smell sulfur. Every round you're gonna have to that you're in this area in which it is sulfury, you're going to have to roll a resilience plus toughness to hold your breath. That's pretty much how that's going to have to go. If you take a breath or fail to do that, you will end up taking damage from this because breathing sulfur is bad for you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, exceptionally bad for you. But Brandon, what are you doing?
Well,
Actually, everybody go ahead and roll that resilience plus toughness right now, so we know what it's going to happen. Like, so I know what's going to happen on the...
That's tough. These guys. Dope. I got 2.
4. Yeah. All of them were successes. Fuck yes. And I didn't roll a 1 on any of my stress. That's insane, dude.
All right, Brandon, what did you get?
I got 2.
2.
Whoa. Damn, 4 again. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the two of you are fine. Brandon, you only take 3 damage this time. Don't do that yet, but that's what. Just I'll tell you when you're going to trigger the damage. Sorry, that's not happening right now. But what, Brandon?
I took 7 damage, right? Already.
No, Brandon took 7 damage. You did not. You actually succeeded last time. You were fine. You got in time. Brandon took the 7 damage. However, Brandon, what are you doing this turn?
I'm gonna touch myself, which is gonna make me spend 3 minutes because I'm a skeptic.
Yeah. To heal yourself?
Yep.
4. That's a good call. Otto.
I'm going to yell to Boom Boom. Throw me the auto and go get to work. We'll hold her here.
He has 2 of them. He throws you 1. And he goes to work.
So that's my action. I assume would be asking him for the gun.
Yeah, she is going to she's going to do her 3rd hour station. Okay, she steps forward a bit and reaches her hand up, like, she kind of like leaps over the counter as if she's not like taken all of this damage, though she is obviously bleeding like crazy. And she reaches forward into like the big cloud of sulfur, and you see these little like sparks start coming off of her fingers. Ray, what are you doing? Ray, what are you doing this turn?
Oh, what am I doing? I'm doing what the plan is. I'm trying to blow the ship up.
All right, so I need you to make a acumen plus wit with mechanics in order to start this process. I need everybody to roll a coordination plus reaction dodge roll, please.
Two.
Okay.
Thank God, 1.
All right. Her total, or the total damage on this is 4. Subtract whatever these are from it, because the sparks that she's doing have ignited this sulfur, like right in front of you. In this blue flame just sort of like shoots across all of you who are standing in the area, which is all of you. So what'd you get total, Ray?
For the acumen, for the first roll was...
No, for the dodge roll here. The coordination plus reaction. What'd you get, Otto?
I got 2.
So you take 2 damage from this as you like dive out of the way, and you see that like and Brandon, would you get 1?
Yeah.
You'll take 3 damage as you dive out of the way, and you see that like this quick flash of fire, almost like burns up all the sulfur and immediately stops once it gets outside of that kind of area in front of you. And Brandon, you got 2 on your mechanics roll, you said? Or Ray?
Yeah.
Okay. You got 2 on your mechanics roll.
And 1 on the other roll.
Okay, what are the other rolls? So you take 3 damage.
Okay.
And you're able to kind of get down there and start jarring open the casing to the side panel that you're going to need to handle the sabotage. Otto, what was your shoot roll? Your gun roll?
Oh, I did not roll that yet. What was it?
Coordination, composure. And Brandon, your heal goes off after this damage, so you are back down to 8, I believe now. No, 6. Am I doing the math right? Yeah.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Oh. I re-roll every success?
Yep, because they are.
Okay.
It's automatic.
1 more success, so 4 successes.
4 successes. Honestly, dude, like I rolled a 1 success on her dodge roll, so that's 5. You actually put her down. She's like a person. She's a touch, just like you, and you took her down. She drops to the ground. She is now bleeding out.
Make sure that bitch is dead.
All right, I'm running up and do we just
Zombieland style, double tap.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to shoot her until her face is gone.
So you now have control of engineering, and as you are approaching the center of this thing, Ray is almost ready to ignite this thing. And this is when you see both elevators from either side coming down towards you. Just as you get there, Ray is ready to set things off. Both elevator doors open, and the rest of the crew that you did not finish off start walking out as if they're here to stop you, as if they're here to do something. And as soon as you start feeling their like mental attacks crawl over your mind, Ray, you kind of take that last deep breath and like
boom, motherfucker.
You boom, motherfucker. And the entire thing goes critical. The last thing any of you see is a giant white flash. And just for a moment, however, you join as you die. Like as your shells are gone, your consciousness joins with this void that you have been brought into. And instead of bliss, you feel nothing but confusion and pain. And you witness, in whatever capacity you have now, as the nucleus, the center of this thing, starts to unravel, and the sun starts to beat back through it, and the entire void structure just dissipates, and along with you with it.
Fuck yes.
The
There's
end.
it.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
Wow, swing it, baby.
So there you go. Yeah, there was not a way to survive this one.
Okay.
There was a way to do that, and there were some other things you could have done, but y'all went the way I thought everybody would end up going, just blowing the fucking thing up. But I hope that you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
That's good times, man, for sure.
I picked up. This was a test run on this one. I picked up some stuff I need to tweak out a bit here. I have a tendency to put way too much into things that I need to be concise. So.
Well, I do have to be rolling.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us. We're going to be going in, sign off here. Is there any questions, comments, follow-ups? I'd like to remind everybody again that the Midnight Monday cause is to help Papa Sean keep his home. Please subscribe, donate, and give us some assistance, and that will be what we are doing this here. Next week, we will be back, most likely. I'm still working on what is going to be going on next week. If someone would like to run one next week, let me know, and we could set that up. If you would like to join for next week's, let us know. You can be part of the stream. And does anyone have anything to plug or anything as we go out?
Boise by Night, just check it out.
Boise by Night.
Yes, sir.
All right.
On Discord.
Cool. Well, like I said, thank you.
Here on
Oh.
the Nat 30s Twitch channel, don't forget to come and join us for our hide and seek tournament on Sundays and Tuesdays, but not this coming Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Yeah, it runs until Hanukkah. I've made all of the gifts. There are 4 prizes, and I like chaos rules, so you never know when a round is going to be worth 20 points. So it really is anyone's game.
Yes. We have Thursday. There's a Call of Cthulhu coming up for Nat 30s as well. And yeah. So please join us back here at the Nat 30s for all of our various gaming fun times, and just be sure to check us out back here next week, 9:00 Eastern Standard Time for Midnight Mondays, and I'll have an announcement on what we're doing probably sometime later this week. Check us out. Check out the Nat 30's Twitter. Most likely is the way to keep up with this specifically. But like I said, thank you for joining us, and I hope to see you all next week.
Have a good one, guys. Thanks for having me.
Peace
Take
Bye-bye.
it easy.